All right, hello sixth graders. My name is Mr. Graham. I'm one of the sixth grade English teachers here, and I'm just making a quick video to walk you through one way to set up your binder with all your supplies. It's not the only way. In fact, it may not even be the best way. You're going to want to find a way that works for you. But what this video will do is it'll show you what needs to be in the binder because like the directions said, and like you may have learned in class, the goal is to have everything in this binder that you need for your core classes. That's English, math, and social studies and science. So if you put the things in here that I'm about to show you, then you should be good. First thing you're going to want to do, which I have not done because I borrowed this binder, this doesn't belong to me, but you're going to want to make sure that your name is on the outside of it. If you have a Sharpie at home that you can write straight on the binder, that's great. If you have a darker colored binder and you need a silver Sharpie, you might be able to borrow one from a teacher. But you do want to make sure that it's labeled so that if it's misplaced or mixed up with somebody else's, we know whose it is without having to go dig through all the papers. So make sure it's labeled on the outside. Then what you're going to want in that binder is your planner that you got front and center. So that could be in the rings if you want to put it, you know, like this binder. It's going to be hard to show you here on the doc cam, but it has this little accordion file here that you can see. You could keep your planner in there if you prefer, but you definitely want that planner with you at all of those classes so that you can jot down homework and use it anytime you need it. Then behind that, you'll need sections for those main core classes. So that's English, that's math, that's social studies, or science. You don't need a separate section for science and social studies since it's the same teacher, same class. And you'll never be doing those two subjects at the same time. You'll switch back and forth between them. In the English section, you will want that composition notebook. So in this example, I have it in a sheet protector. You could do that. Or if you have an accordion, you could keep that composition notebook in the accordion section. You could just slot it right in one of those little folders there. And that's all you need for English. But just make sure that you always have it with you, always in there. So that could be in a section in the rings, or like I said, in the accordion. In the math section of your notebook, you're going to need your math spiral, which hopefully you should have, and then just a little bit of lined paper, maybe 20 sheets or so, loose paper that you can use. You won't need a ton of it, so don't put a whole ream in here because that's going to make your binder hard to close. In the science and social studies section, you have a spiral notebook for each of those subjects, but you don't need both of them in your binder at the same time. So just one of them, the other one can live in your locker. And that's all you need in that section as well. Again, some of this stuff could go in the accordion section if you feel like you want to. And then in the back of your binder, you probably want maybe just a little more loose paper that you could use for any class, but again, not too much. I think I have probably about 20 sheets in here, max. You will want a section in your binder somewhere for your homework to go. So again, that could be in some of those accordion sections. So that could be in here. Or if you'd prefer to have, maybe you want to be able to take it with you to different places, you could have like a loose folder. Some people like to label that folder. Like this side would be the homework that I received that I haven't completed yet. And then once I complete it, I put it in the done section, and this is to turn in. You could choose that. But you definitely want a section for any paper homework that you receive. Sometimes your homework will be on the computer, and we'll access it there. But if you do get homework that's hard copies, you'll want a place to put that so it doesn't get lost. You should learn about what to put in your pencil pouch in one of your other classes, maybe social studies or science. But if that fits in your binder, spectacular, you can leave it in there. You could put it in the front if you want. This one has it in the back. You could also take it out of the rings, right? So if you're finding that your binder with all the notebooks that you have in here, maybe if you have a smaller binder than this one, if you're struggling to close it, you could take the pencil pouch out and just carry it on the top of your binder. So you could take both of those and just keep a hand on it like that. But you want to have that pencil pouch in there. So that's all that you need, just all of those supplies. Anything else that you include in the binder would be up to you, but I would kind of encourage you, I think all of your teachers would encourage you to try and pack lightly, right? Because you're going to be trekking this from class to class. You want to make sure that you're not taking more than you need to. and you're not weighing yourself down, you've got to think you're also probably going to be taking a laptop to all of those classes as well. Some people have a binder that has a laptop sleeve built in. If you're one of those people, you can do that, but otherwise you're going to have to carry that laptop in addition to the binder, so maybe on top on the outside. So again, all reasons to make sure that you're packing light. So if you have any questions, if you have any wonderings, you want to clarify anything, you can certainly do that with all of your teachers, any of your teachers at school tomorrow. But try your best when you come on that first day of school to have this binder totally set up and ready to go. And you should be all good.